Well guys, it's that time of the year again, and no, I don't just mean midterms wanting to kill yourself. Easter. It's Easter time, and I don't know, I think I've talked about it a little bit before. Anyway, I'm Catholic, so all that church stuff. If you guys don't know about Lent and the church, you're supposed to give up something for Lent. I'm trying to give up driving like an asshole. So I drive like an asshole because I like to drive fast, and there's several reasons why I like to drive fast, which ultimately means that I get really pissed off when people sit in the left-hand lane. I'm gonna talk about why I like to drive fast, which equates to me driving like an asshole. So I like to drive fast, specifically on the highway, not necessarily side streets like this. I like to drive fast on the highway because when you're just kind of putting along, doing the speed limit, not passing anybody, you're just sitting behind somebody, it gets really boring, and I tend to start like blanking out after a little while. And you know, you're like in traffic, you're like right off their bumper, or you know, like a few car lengths back, and you're just pacing them, and you're not doing anything. It doesn't require any thought at all. You're not engaged, you're not doing anything. So I like to drive fast, one, because it keeps me alert. Like if I'm constantly passing people, I'm constantly looking for people who might pull out in front of me. I'm constantly looking for cops, for, you know, it's keeping me engaged in driving. I mean, that makes driving more fun, but it also, I think, actually makes me a little safer because I'm actually looking for threats, like somebody who might pull out in front of me and make me slam on my brakes. I'm actually looking for that. Whereas if I'm just totally blanking out and sitting behind somebody, I'm not really paying attention. You just have to sit in traffic, and that's what you have to do. And sometimes you can stay alert, and you know, other times you're just starting to go completely blank. There's a very specific speed that I like to drive on the highways around here, because most of the speed limits on the highways, most people do 65 to 70, and I actually prefer going closer to 80 to 85 for when I'm passing people, and I have to pass people. Like it's really hard for me to not pass people if I can. I like to go 80 to 85 based on their speed, because it's fast enough that I'm moving and I'm passing them, and if they look in their side view mirror like they're supposed to, and they can judge how fast I'm going, most of the time somebody with sense won't pull out in front of me. Sometimes they misjudge, however, they don't want to wait for me to catch up to them, even though I'll be past them in like 5 seconds. When I'm sitting in traffic, you know, I like to be within the car length of the person in front of me, even going closer to 80 miles an hour, because that will tell people not to pull in front of me. And that's part of the thing that I'm being a big asshole about, is I do not like to let people in, because I'm like under the impression that almost everybody else on the road is going to be going slower than me. So if I let them in front of me in the left-hand lane, there is guaranteed a point in time where I'm going to be stuck behind them, and I'm going to have to make a dangerous pass on the right. A bunch of different stuff, reasons why passing on the right is really dangerous. Oh. That brings me to another point. These guys are going slow. I like to pass. I always like to be going faster than everyone. Like, generally I'd probably speed up and get in front of the dude because he's leaving a big gap. Because, as it turns out, most of the time, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Getting ahead of people and everything. I don't like cutting people off, obviously, although sometimes that does happen accidentally. When you get in front of them, then there's a chance that like you can make the next light. Like if they're driving super slow or the speed limit and you don't pass them, you're gonna be stuck at the next light and be sitting here for like 5 minutes waiting for it to change, instead of having just sped up a little bit, gotten in front of them and made the light. I'm trying to chill out because I do all that stuff. I'm a really aggressive, defensive driver. You know what, I don't want a fucking ticket. even though I still drive fast, I'm trying to like limit myself, like, okay, you like to go 80 to 85, your new max speed limit is 75. You cannot go above 75. So that's what I'm trying to do, and hopefully we can make that happen today. I hate passing slow because it just gives them more options to just pull out in front of you. You know, and I'm trying to not let road rage get to me, because yesterday it happened again. There was a stupid freaking chick that she was going slow, so she made me get stuck at a light entering the highway. And then once we got on the highway, she got over the right lane, so I went into the left, and I started passing her, and I got up to like 80 and a 60, and she just kept pacing me. And then we hit traffic, and she like got over within inches of my front bumper right in front of me. So I stayed off her back bumper, which is dangerous, and I do that a lot. I do tailgate. Oh, tailgating is one of my worst things. Because it's like, you know, all they have to do, like especially with an SUV, I can't see around them. When it's a car, I'm a little more prone to tailgating, but when it's an SUV, I can't see around them at all. I can't tell if there's traffic, maybe they're not paying attention, maybe they'll rear-end the person in front of them, and then I'll be fucking dead or something. Like if they're in the left lane and they are not getting out of the left lane, and there's plenty of space in front of them, there's plenty of space for them to get out of the left lane, but I don't have room to pass them, I will be up their ass like nobody. Like, of course that hardly ever works. Dude, Camaro, what the fuck, man? I guarantee you your car can go faster than this truck. Is he scared of the semi or something? Anyway, especially if somebody cuts me off. If somebody cuts me off, all bets are off, man. I am up their ass. I've had people brake check me before, but luckily I have good brakes. Okay, 75 is my max speed. I'm not gonna go 85. Oh god, this feels slow. This feels slow as fuck. It feels so wrong to have somebody passing me. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and stop speeding as much. I'm gonna try and stop tailgating as much, because I don't want to get a ticket. I don't want to get in a car accident. You know, for a while there, after my car accident, I was like, okay, I can be chill, no problem. It started to come back, and it's been coming back pretty bad. And I think it's also like a huge retaliation to everybody else around me, because like everybody lately, especially this past week, have been driving like fucking dicks, and I was so done with it. And so I'm like, to beat the dicks, you gotta be a dick or something like that. I don't know, but oh, this feels so wrong. This feels so wrong. You know though, I was a little bit more prone to speeding since I got this car instead of my Mustang, because my Mustang, it really was a cop magnet. I mean, it was, you know, especially after I put the exhaust on, it wasn't that loud, but it was still kind of loud. Big, bold racing stripes, sporty car, you know, kind of a young individual driving. I'm actually really surprised in my Mustang that I was only ever pulled over by the cops once, and I was going like 25 over. And since I've gotten this car, I've been a little bit more prone to speeding, and a little more prone to road rage even, you know. My Mustang was so, hey, look at that airplane, woo, recognizable. It was like if I wronged somebody in traffic, I was really scared that they were going to like remember what my car looks like and later on like try and shoot me or something. And that didn't stop me from driving like an asshole all that much, but it did kind of stifle a little bit of it. But this car is so generic. Your turn signal on and you let me know that you want to get over, I'm definitely more prone, most likely going to let you over in front of me. If you don't, Yeah, like, I don't fucking know that you want to get over. Fucking what? You know, considering the way that I was driving, I'm really, like, I have a fantastic mental cop radar. The only time that I was ever pulled over by the cops was because I looked at the car, I'm like, is that a cop? No, that's not a cop. And I went like fucking 90 past them on a 65 or something. And it was a cop. I've learned since then, trust your instincts. If something is telling you to slow down, bitch better slow down. Speaking of motorcycles, going back to my habits of pretending like I'm riding a motorcycle because I've just been depressed that I'm not on a bike yet. Been practicing like clutch and brake and throttle and everything while I'm just driving my car. So like at a stop, practicing, you know, shifting down, letting off the clutch, shifting up. It's fucking stupid. I'm going 80, stop. Anyway, sorry for my ramblings. Thanks for watching, guys. We're getting more money. It was money issues before. I should be on a bike soon. Please, and please wish me luck. My black belt test, we already took my first portion. My TriStar passed that. I'm really worried about my written portion. My black belt testing is next week. If I have this edited by then, wish me luck. If I don't, I'll put in if I passed or not. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.